Hello, everyone, and welcome to our next adventure, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, which is a game that I have been told is the sort where the less I know, the better. I know it's puzzly. I know I'm going to need my paper, so I've got my sheets of paper all ready to take notes. I think it turns out you can't even use a mouse in this game at all. So that is interesting in and of itself. But let's give it a go. I do have to say, by the way, just the soundtrack, just even of the menu, is already, well, puzzle games don't have a high bar to meet the exemplary in the soundtrack department, but this is exemplary for a puzzle game, at least. I'm quite excited if the whole game's going to have a soundtrack like this. But let's hit new game and let's see what we're getting ourselves into. Okay, here we go. We've got a car. Let's see. Oh boy, this is weird. Sign? Okay, I can hit... I think it's only WASD and enter. Maybe I can use arrow keys. Let's see. This sign has been erected by the National Heritage Board and is maintained by the Ogdenswaldberg, that probably is one of the countries from Blueprints, Resident Association in consultation with the Ogdenswaldberg Culture Committee. The Ogdenswaldberg Forest and surrounding areas are given status as a national park in 1958. Camping and lighting fires are strictly prohibited within the park at all times. The trees of the forest mainly consist of members of the, I'm not going to try and pronounce that, family, including oaks, chestnuts, and beeches. I guess it's beeches like the tree, not beaches like sand. Please report any instances of beech bark disease to the National Park Administration. The forest is home to many species of animals, including wild cats, badgers, bats, deer, and wild boars. The forest has Central Europe's largest colony of boreal owls. Archaeological findings dating as far back as the Paleolithic era suggest that the grounds were considered holy. Today, because of its cultural history, it remains a favorite spot for artists, and countless films, books, and other works have been created or conceived here. For hundreds of years, the land was owned by the Schwarzwald family. I'm really bothered by the fact that the A's aren't clearly fading in the typewriter, of which the last member was the renowned painter Renee Schwarzwald. After her death, the state used the building as a home for the blind, after which the structure was sold and turned into the first hotel in the region. The origins of the mausoleum on the land are unknown. In fact, whether someone is buried inside or not has been a source of debate for local historians. The cemetery administration has refused the exhumation of the mausoleum. The site is home to myriad legends and mysteries. Reports of ghosts are plenty, and many visitors have tried to find a fabled treasure, but whether it has ever existed is unknown. What mysteries will you find here? And then we've got a map with an arrow. And there we go. Okay, so I can see the hotel back there in the distance. It's too late to go back. Oh, I see. I thought that was like trying to be ominous, but it was just telling me, hey, you're walking the wrong way, idiot. Okay, let's see. This is the way to the mausoleum, I think. Let's try that. Cemetery gate. It's locked. Use car key. Use tampons. Will the car key open it? Oh, let's see. Truth recovered. 0.2%. Current location forest. Caffeine bladder economy. Okay, I'm guessing it did not work. Shockingly, my car key seems not to have opened it. I'm not going to try the tampons. Let's see. Okay, I guess there's a lot of different directions I can go here, but maybe towards the hotel is the smartest area. Let's see, we've got a river. The graphical style here is really striking, I have to say. Uh-oh, there's a dog. Ooh, but he's a cute dog. He looks friendly. He's bringing me a letter, I think. Yeah, there we go. Hey, there you go. Oh, come on now. Those eyes. Who could say no to those eyes? Let's inspect the color. The tag reads Rudy. Okay. The dog's name is Rudy. I'm writing that down just so that I can call him by his name later. Rudy with an I, by the way. It's not the traditional spelling of Rudy. Our mystery starts in previous correspondence. Find the year. Okay, I've never had a dog hand me a note that's quite this mysterious. Usually notes from dogs are much more direct. Find the year. Okay, and then this is a dead end, at least naively. I'm guessing I can't just open the gate, but there was a dog, so I had to go play with the dog. You understand. Okay, unlock the front gate. I see. So it's... Is it actually writing these down somewhere as a... Let's see, maps. Oh, okay, so I can, like, pull up the things that I have. Okay, so that's good. So I don't have to, like, take photos of random things. Mental notes. Okay, so then it also has, like, a quest log. Okay, so that's very nice. Okay. Let's try and go in here. It's locked. Ah, but this probably wants me to use the current year. I'm going to guess it's not 2025, which is the current year as I'm playing this, but we're going to try it anyway. No, it is apparently not 2025. Oh. Sorry, I did not understand the controls for this. Okay. Unlock the gatehouse. Okay. So that's probably where the current year is going to go. But we've got some more stuff. Maybe I should click the personal history, by the way. I didn't actually click that while I was over here in this menu. Okay. I saw a dog. Okay, my personal history doesn't go back very far. Not as far as I perhaps imagined my autobiographical knowledge would go, but as someone whose autobiographical memory starts rather late in their life, I suppose I can understand. Let's see. Lorenzo the Great Caravan. Let's see. There is a letter slot in the door. Tickets is inscribed in red below the slot. I don't have any tickets. I could have used my car key on the car, couldn't I? I should probably go back and do that at some point. It's on my to-do list. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, so... Oh, I guess that's... Let's see. It's locked. Okay, but I have the car key. Start the car, listen to the radio, look in... Let's see, what happens if I start the car? It won't start. Okay, ominous. Listen to the radio. Okay. Quite a bop. There is an instruction booklet and a letter. View the instruction booklet. Thank you for selecting the Lorelei and Laser Eye software. Please read this instruction booklet to ensure proper handling and maximum enjoyment. Save this instruction booklet for future reference. I don't think this game's actually from 2014. This game is from, like, last year. So maybe the 2014 is the year? I don't know. I'm gonna... This symbol is your guarantee that Simigo has developed this product and as such meets our standards for great workmanship, quality, and artistic value. Before playing, what really happened at this old hotel? Who are you? Who are the other visitors? The goal of this game is to find the truth. It feels like that should be italicized just for emphasis. To get the most out of the game, play in a quiet and dimly lit environment with pen and paper in hand. Well, I probably shouldn't make this dimly lit, or it will probably hurt your experience, but it is at least quiet. The game requires knowledge of real-life systems like the 24-hour clock, Roman numerals, Arab numbers, and such like concepts. Parts of the game deal with and depict sensitive subjects and themes. Player discretion is advised. The game uses contextual controls, of which only the most common scenarios are outlined. Directional input. The character walks in the direction pressed. If the character has enough caffeine in her blood, she will run instead. Also used for various selections in menus and highlighting objects when zoomed in perspective on an object. Directional inputs also use the control the magnifying thing when viewing maps. When pressing any button near an interactable object or another character, the player's character will be able to interact with and take contextual action in different ways. When the player is not in the proximity of anything, pressing that button will allow her to introspect. Introspect. I suspect this is telling us the things we found, but good to review it. The introspection screen allows you to view various information you come across during your adventure. On the main page, you can monitor various information about the player character's status, needs, and health. You can review things. How much of the truth has been recovered. A 100% truth recovery is not needed to complete the game. Every letter, document, note, and other important information found throughout the game is stored in the player character's memory. This information can be retrieved and viewed at any time. Okay, so it's very interesting that it encourages you to use pen and paper to take notes, but also keeps track of everything seemingly for you. So that suggests that I'm trying to keep notes about stuff that won't be in either the list of mental notes or anything, which is interesting. I don't know quite what to make of it yet. Because, clearly I'm supposed to write down something. Even the reviews of this game said, hey, do that, but I don't know what. Okay, we've got the current possessions. Keeps track of things to do. When a task is presented itself in the game, a note is made and is visible on the screen for a few seconds. These tasks are stored for later viewing in the mental notes and are crossed out when cleared. Your personal history keeps a chronological event. This includes random encounters. By finding a byte seize system, you will also be able to access it through the introspection scene. Saving the game. Computers are found throughout the game. From here, you'll be able to save or load the game. Please observe that this software does not automatically save your progress. Any unsaved progress will be lost forever. Okay, that is a good thing to know. Should the game end, you will have to restart from your latest save. Computers can also be used to load files from disks. It is recommended to save your game before loading unknown files. This has a sort of House of Leaves vibe to it, where sort of like in the there's like a game in the game kind of thing going on. Can also use computers to find valuable information and statistics about your current playthrough. Advice and tips. Throughout the game, you will find American dollars. The different rewards you can purchase with them are not required to complete the game. Spend your American dollars wisely. The amount is finite, and new things to purchase might be discovered as you progress. In and around the hotel, you will encounter bolted shortcuts. Opening them is not required to complete the game, but can make traversal quicker. A hint on how to unlock shortcuts is hidden within the hotel. This sounds, I'm suddenly playing Dark Souls. Listen very carefully to a person wearing an owl mask speaks, or if a person wearing an owl mask speaks. I was going to write down owl mask, but now my pen isn't writing. Wonderful. Owl mask, there we go. If a revolver is raised, it means the game could be over if you do not answer correctly. You might not always have the required knowledge to solve a puzzle. Some explore, observe, and make sure to check your memories. Some obtained information might be valuable later. A photo fell out of the instruction manual. Look at the photo. Is this I can't tell if this is a body laying on the ground or if this is a person running away screaming. I'm going with body laying on the ground. Let's read the letter. Okay. This letter is from 1962, which is my guess is the actual year, but we'll see. Apparently my name is Signorina. Maybe that's Spanish for lady. I'm not sure. Maybe that's my name. Maybe my name is Lorelei. Who knows? As discussed, I'm expecting your arrival at the hotel on January 7th the next year, so it's 1963 is actually what year it is. This project is my magnum opus, the mother goose of all birds. What a phrase. It is my firm belief that you can help me transcend the limitations of art for humans. We will put on a show for the eye of the cosmos. Ab imo pictori, Renzo Nero. I'm going to write down that I think his name is Renzo or Rinzo, depending on exactly how you read that letter. Nero. Okay. So that, I think, is going to get us into... that's a fun choice, actually. I kind of want to leave it unlocked to see if someone will, like, break in or something, but let's see. Okay, so I think now I know the year, which I think is going to get me into this. So I think it's 1963 in game time, but in the metagame that I'm playing, I think it's 2014. Okay, so I think it is 1963. I guess they want to make this slightly cumbersome so that you're not tempted to force it. Which I admit I was not super tempted to do. Haha! I have completed a puzzle. I wonder how much knowledge I have now completed. Aha! I now have recovered 1.2% of the truth. And I have found a computer. And one of these things. Handheld gaming device. A Byte series game system is obtained. The sound effect is really quite something. Let's see. Shut down, install game, calc.rom, no game installed. Is this just a calculator? This is just a calculator. Okay, let's see. Does it work? 9 times 7. Okay, it seems to work. I don't seem to have a game to install, so I guess I'll just shut it down for now. And I probably should save my progress before someone points a gun at me. Save file. Confirm saving. Okay, we have saved our file. Let's see, we can load a file from a disk. We can run a statistics program and see that we're not doing very good. Log out, yeah. Seems like the game is in 2014. Okay, among handwritten notes like lock gate, feed dog, and write handwritten notes, there is a typed letter. Signorina, you were, as expected, clever like the mouse who finds the fresh carrot among the moldy cheese. Forgive the strange welcome with a locked gate and a black dog. I mean, he was a very friendly black dog, let's be honest. We have to be sure to keep uninvited guests away. Meet me inside. Yes, a fantastic way to keep uninvited guests away is to have a locked door with a note very nearby that says, enter the current year into the lock. I'm not sure that would be the security method I would go with. Meet me inside. Our journey 116 years back in time is about to begin. The past is the key to the future. You know what? I've got a calculator. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. So it is 1963 minus 116. 1847. Okay, so let us... So am I supposed to now enter 1847 on the lock? Because this was bolted shut from the other side. This is... Okay, this says come meet me inside. This looks like I could maybe interact with the electrical cabinet. Is this where I'm going to write 1847? I mean, I'm going to write 1847 in it. Whether anything's going to happen or not when I write 1847 in it, that is to be determined. Haha, I am a genius. Panel. Something plus something plus something equals 2014. Does this, like... I see. Okay, so I've got to solve the... Okay, well, I probably shouldn't start in 2126 if I'm only adding positive numbers. And in fact, the least number I could possibly get, I guess, is... 1817 is too late, right? If I start in 1817 and I add 2235, I'm already in 20-something rather than 2014. Well, sorry, in 2040 something. So I've got to start in 1240, which means that in order to get anywhere close, I need to add 700. So I'm now at 1940. And then from there, I'm going to need to add 74. And I think that should work. Haha! We have gated. Be impressed with my ability to add the numbers. Let's see, is that it? Or no, that's a window. I see. That's a window. Okay, I don't think I need to do anything else with that. Okay, I'm going to save again, because that was a very difficult puzzle. Confirm. Okay, now the gate is open. Ooh. Hey, Rudy! Hey, come here, Rudy! Yeah, Rudy! Hey! Oh, you are the cutest, sweetest looking dog. Let's see, I see something in here. I should probably take the American dollar. I am told that I can buy things. Oh, there's a sculpture. The creator. The artist. I'm sure this is going to be relevant at some point. Ooh. The Hotel Letztes Jahr. Bloody footprints is not... Oh. Oh, this isn't where I was before. Surveillance monitor, huh? I see, I can sort of adjust both of these. Man at the gate, yeah. Man at the gate, indeed. The bolted shortcut is locked. There's a number that says 16. I'm going to guess that if I just click this over to 16 and press enter, it's probably not going to open. Okay, I was wrong. It did, in fact, open. Okay, so we've got our shortcut back to here. Excellent. We can save again. I will warn you, I am a compulsive saver in any game that lets me do this. I don't think I've played any game on this channel where where saving was an element of the game, but I tend to be quite bad about that. Okay, so this door has like a 16 on it. There was a 16 on the lock, and then 16 was the code. So we'll see if that works out in general. The bloody footsteps, I think, are not a reassuring element of this. Let's see, we've got the sculpture. Oh, sorry, the sculpture is called the Dreamer. The Magician. Let's see, there's an over around the back. Oh, there, it looks like another dollar. The fact that it says American dollar is interesting. There's a shortcut here. It's bolted from the other side. I'm not too surprised by that, but anyway, I'm trying to be thorough. Let's see. Oh, another American dollar. I am rich. Hello, Rudy. Oops. Oh, there's one over here too, but I don't think I can get in there yet. Yeah, I cannot. Okay, let's go in the front door of the hotel. Maybe, there's a keypad. It's locked. There's a keypad next to the door. Okay, so the keypad certainly involves 1, 4, 7, and 8. Hey, puppy, do you know the order? Do you know the order? No, apparently not. 1, 4, 7. I'm trying to decide if there's a way I can make that into a year that is meaningful, but I don't. At least I don't instantly see such a way. Just trying to see if there was like a separate thing, or but I think the bench is the only one that I can see. Okay. Oops. Okay. Back over here. This is where we've got this. What were the numbers again? Is it gonna just be 1847 again? Oops, sorry, I was hitting the wrong button. Oh, it is gonna be 1847 again. This shows how long my memory lasts. Okay, now we've got a lot of manor. This is privat. Okay, I was trying to grab that, but I don't think I can. There's someone talking in there. Let's listen. You want to change the title to Laser Eyes? More action? Have you even read what I sent you? Is there someone with a soul I can talk to instead? I'm not being rude. If anything, I'm being too polite. More bloody footprints, by the way. Another great sign of things to come, right? Oh, there's stairs down. More blood. Elevator is out of service. We apologize for the inconvenience. Un animal terrible. Plus. Automobile. Okay, so somehow I have to get to like maybe like the release dates of these two movies. It is Animal Terrible. Plus, and then what was the other one? Oh, it's Automobile. I guess that could say Automobile. I guess you're right. Okay. Looked like it said La something to me, but let's see. I'm going to guess this isn't going to work since there's a service elevator button. Appears to be out of order. Okay. There is... This is an espresso machine. Does it want money? I'm not putting in money to get espresso. Okay, let's go down first, I suppose. Nostalgia figurines, $1. Collect all 20. I'm gonna save my money for the moment, as much as that is, as much as it is appealing to spend it on a nostalgia submarine or figurine, as the case may be. It's bathroom. Excellent, excellent. Wonderful, wonderful. I enjoy the things I assume don't matter that it lets you decide, like whether you lock your car again and whether you wash your hands after you use the bathroom. There are a lot of sketches and notes on the drawing board. Something about symmetric design. One module costs 15. Okay, so we've got this design. One module costs 15. Okay, so it looks to me like this has to be, I can't actually words. I can't mouse over it because I don't have a mouse cursor, but it looks to me like what I'm looking at is a stack of 3 modules in the middle, and then 2 stacks of 5 modules on the side. Because if it's a symmetric design, then we've got to have like 2 things stacked on top. I'm trying to figure out how can I even possibly communicate this. Like 2 things stacked in front of each other and 3 things behind it. And I think we've got that twice, so that would be 10 plus 3 in the middle. I think this is 13 modules. So I think the estimated cost is whatever 13 times 15 is, and I've got a calculator, so I'm not going to pretend that I'm going to do that in my head. A modern design proposal. Okay, and in the modern design proposal, notice north is the not standard way. Inexpensive materials, economic construction, low-priced interior, any hidden costs. Licensed architect, Malmo. Okay, so I think it is, let me just to do it so that I have the number when I need it. I'm going to come over here. We're going to do 15 times 13 equals, so I think it's 195 for when I need that number, which I presume will be probably soon, but who knows. Oh, I do have a bladder meter I have to keep in mind. Okay, but fortunately I know where at least one bathroom is. Okay, so there's a thing over here. Okay, so I think this is where it wants me to write in 195. Open the basement document. It's not 195? Is it 180? Maybe the middle is only 2 tall instead of 3 tall? I don't think so. Oops, I went past the 8. Okay, didn't like that. Okay, I'm trying to decide if maybe it's possible that actually this is 4 on each side and 3 in the middle. Maybe it's 2 at the back, 2 on the side, and then the thing in the middle. So that would be 4 times 2 is 8. Plus 3 is 11. So 11 times 15, I think is possible. Okay, sorry, I need to be not looking at this. Then I need to come over here and do that, and then do 11 times 15. And say that is 165. Just checking how much time I'm in. Okay, so 165, perhaps. Okay, let's do 165. I mean, the only other option is that it's also 2 in the middle, I think. It's also 2 in the middle. This would be 150. Okay, I am clearly missing something. Unless, like, I'm supposed to view this... No, I think this can't possibly be. I was, like, convincing myself that maybe this was sort of 2 2s, but that wouldn't work because of this piece that I would point out if I had a mouse cursor, but I don't. But this piece over to the left side of the middle piece. So really that should be 5 and 5 and 3, which would be 13. What am I missing? Where else could there be a hidden piece? Or, like, what do we mean by symmetric? Maybe it's not, like... I'm trying to make it symmetric across, like, one axis, but maybe it's actually supposed to be symmetric across multiple. Am I supposed to somehow connect this picture to this picture? Because I definitely don't see how to connect these two pictures. At least not off the top of my head. I guess... No, I don't think so. I was trying to decide if that was, like, maybe, like, corresponding to those, like, squares in the bedroom. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna leave this. I'm sure it's something like that, but maybe other things will come in. Oh, do I have to, Oh, I think I have to, Oh, I was trying to, like, fix this. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Okay, this certainly can go up 1. That certainly can come over here. Oh, that's not quite... Oh. So the great... It is magic something. Magic poses. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think this needs to be under there. And then this needs to go under there. Oh, and this needs to go in between there. Lorenzo the Great and his magic roses. What stories do they hold? Memory changed. I assume that is correct. I don't know if I'm supposed to ask questions like, why is it shredded? I probably am supposed to ask questions like, why is there blood everywhere? And how is this person, like, still walking around? Oh, there's another shredded poster. Okay, so we've got this Lorenzo creature. Let's see. The latest escape. Okay, well, I certainly know that this goes above there. The hat probably goes on the head. Oh, okay, this is feet, so it's probably going to go at the bottom. Okay, this is... Oh, I see. This is the middle piece here. Is this a 4? This might be a 4. No chains can hold Lorenzo. Okay, and just to remind myself, my photographic memory here would let me see the magic posters. So I can see that, and I can see that. See, I can see this one easily as a 4. I can't see this one easily as a number, though. Okay, I can see that as an American dollar, though, and we know we like those. There's some red paint, it looks like. Guess in theory I should try and save before I accidentally die to getting shot. There's some biographies here. Biographies have been torn out from the shelf. The Life and Times of Lorelei Weiss. The pages are torn out. And Renzo Nero. Okay, so it is the Renzo with an E, not Renzo, as I had thought. Most of the book is covered in red paint, but a few pages and paragraphs are still readable. Given the recurring theme of gambling, Nero's comment about the cards in a 1960 interview with Technik and Photographie comes as no surprise. There is no magic in cards. My childhood friend Gino could do things with cards that I have not seen since. He was good with tricks. Little Gino il Bruto, a horrible gambler. He never realized that in order to win, you have to cheat. He was a simple boy who relied on luck. The game is rigged. Cheating is part of the game. The occult always had a hold on Nero, from his scrapbooks and indeed his work, which has often included elements like crystal gazing, tarots, and such. We can summarize that he was particularly interested in soothsaying. It's weird that it's writing about him in the past tense, since I think this is the guy I'm literally meeting with right now, unless it's his red paint that's all over the walls. He once said to Claudia Piccini, editor of The Etymologist's Dream, that he did not need to see the finished cut. He had already seen the whole film in a prophetic vision. He often said in interviews that he did not believe in fate, but to friends he often spoke about different methods to see the future. Contradictions are contrary to my beliefs, he famously wrote to his worst critic, Paul Dumont. Nero's relationship with money was complex. He would often gamble and frequently said that magic and money walk side by side in art. Yet he would contradictively as often claim that money stifled creativity, calling it a red man-eating beast. Whenever he won big, he would buy a new black suit and gladly spend money on diffuse creative endeavors, which were often left unfinished. He would frequently donate money to a local dog shelter, since there were no anti-cat shelters to be found. Several friends and acquaintances have told stories about how Nero would carry around large amounts of cash in grocery bags or in his pocket, which would often result in him misplacing or losing them altogether. Besides the technical aspect, Nero had little interest in the historical spectacles created in Cine Tesoro. The apparatus was too big to create anything which would not be controlled by outside forces. In one of Nero's many manifests, there is a satirical proposal claiming that only dictators should be allowed to direct films. The holiness of creative control is a recurring theme in Nero's scribblings and work. As time passed, his opinion would swing, and he instead regarded being out of control as the only viable way to create art. Surrendering to the ether, Nero calls it in another manifest. Nero's time as Cine Tesoro was rarely spoken of, but he spoke of it briefly and admittedly vaguely in a 1959 interview with the Swedish TV's Lars Island. I heard the whispers in my stomach of the behemoth Cine Tesoro and old Vanguard survivors from the silent era. I knew there was an ancient conspiracy. I wanted in. Nero hated distinction and swung like a pendulum between art house and exploitation. Yet the majority of his body of work isn't entirely inaccessible. A Dog Like All Other Dogs is still frequently aired on TV in Italy and Germany. An Automobile is constantly screened at cult movie festivals. His work has found an audience, but Un Animal Terrible definitely ended his already limited commercial appeal. Nero has crossed the line between eccentric and madman, and the distributor abandoned the film after its initial premiere. The first and only cinema sustenance product was a Trojan horse. An American studio, likely not too familiar with his earlier work, had been convinced that Nero would create a cheap gothic horror film, which was in vogue at the time. Had they read Nero's attached manifest, it is unlikely they would have given him assent. An early draft of their proposal suggested, hopefully jokingly, that the audience should be lined up and shot after each screening. He had a great interest in technique, and his friend Kaya Gotts remembers their visit to the Electronic Arts Symposium well. He called the whole expedition a one-potato meal, but he kept coming back to Wyss's parodic computer, which failed at every task given. It aligns well with his thoughts about machines, surpassing humans, while still being inept at everything since they were built by morons. He called Wyss a woman with laser eyes. That's like the title of the game. And said that he already knew they would soon work together. Okay. I probably was supposed to learn something from that, other than that this guy's weird, but I admittedly already knew he was weird, but now he's even weirder. Oh. We've got a lot of books. It's stuck in the shelf. Okay, we've got a lot of those. So the, perhaps I can find the 1847 book. Since I'm not going to try all of these. Wait, did I just skip over the 1847 one? No, oops. There was quite a skip there, I suppose. Maybe the 1847 one's over here. Oh, is it this one? I see. This is like a, Shockingly, my random guess was not correct. Oh, I guess I can't even make it to the other side of the room currently. Okay, I don't think any of those had 1847. Oh, wait, did I go back? Phonograph. Oh, I didn't actually do this. Books about numbers. Oh, don't stop the music. Number Puzzle. Welcome to S.C. Bolt's Number Puzzles Volume 1, your shortcut to a quicker brain. This collection of my original number conundrums ranges from beginner to intermediate. Each puzzle can always be answered with numbers between 0 and 99. They're all sure to challenge your gray cells. I hope this book will both entertain and train your intellect. I'm guessing the shortcut means that it's related to the shortcuts around the hotel. Dr. S.C. Bolt, born 1949, has written over 200 puzzle books and constructed over 50,000 brain teasers and riddles. He's the director of the Puzzle Association of Denmark, and his puzzles have been published in all the world's biggest publications. What is y minus x? Okay, I see that the sum is 100 in the top left. I'm going to guess the sum is always 100. Is that true? Looks good for that piece. And looks good for that piece. Okay, so it's going to be the case that y is 100, and x is whatever I need to get to 100 here. So let's see. So puzzle number 1. The answer, just for the record, is... okay, so let's see. The 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 18 is 30, 62, 78, so I think it's 22. And so I think the answer is that y minus x... Sorry, I think y minus x is 100 minus 78 is 22? Sorry, no, 100 minus 22 is 78. Let me just double check my math there. Let's see, that's 30, 62, 78. Yeah. So I think it is 22 for x, and so then it's 78 again. Okay. Puzzle number 2. What number should go in the last shape? Okay, so we've got how many sides? So the inside one has 3. The outside one has... I'm trying to decide if this is a nonagon or an octagon. This is a no, this is an octagon. Yeah, it's a stop sign, but rotated slightly to make it confusing. Okay, so there's 8 sides on the outside, 3 sides on the inside. So I guess that makes it 8, 3. Here there's 5 on the outside and 0 or infinity on the inside. 4 on the outside and then 9 on the inside. So here, puzzle number 2, there are 6 on the outside and then looks like 7 on the inside. So I think this one is 67. Okay, so we got 67, 78, I think. Okay, so here... Oh boy. Okay, so we've got some diamonds. What's square diamond minus square diamond square plus diamond square? Okay, so first of all, I'm noticing that minus square diamond square, assuming these are just digits, minus square diamond square plus diamond square is just minus square 0, 0. And so the answer here, I think, is just square diamond, whatever square diamond is, I think. But can I figure out what the rule is for what's going on in this row? Let's see. I mean, I know that 8 plus 1 is 9. But there's so many places here where there's things missing. It's hard to even guess. I mean, I guess I know that all the squares are the same. Yeah, I'm trying to think of this as like a Fibonacci thing, but I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Okay. We can look at this. Okay, so puzzle number 4. I'm pretty sure this is just the numbers of the letters of the alphabet. So E is the 5th letter I know. I'm going to guess R is the 18th, but you're going to have to bear with me while I go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. Yes, R is the 18th. So this is just take the letter number of the R, which is 18, and the letter number of O, which is, let's see, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, which is 15. So it is, so the number hidden behind is 81 in this case. I walked on floors of germanium. Before me were 3 crosses and 2 columns. A guard asked me for the code. I called Agatha's detective for a hint, but he moved to another country. The guard told me that if I was wise, I should count my teeth. I don't know. What is the least number of turns needed to reach the X? Oh, Lord. Let's see. If I start there, I need to turn once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5. Yeah, this one's tricky. This would be hard to do without writing it down. Okay, let's see. This one, what is X plus Y? Okay, well, that one's 80. That one's 30. I really don't know what's happening here, though. Maybe something to do with time? Yeah, this is like clocks, I think. So I think if you look at the two times on a clock that are pointed to by the left one, that would be 25 and 55. And if you look at number 7, if you look at the second one, that could plausibly be 10 and 40. And so then this one would be 0 and 30. So I think the answer is 30. Is, I think, correct. What number is hidden in the underlined sentence? Oh boy. I don't know. Which number has been hidden in the black bar? This is the squares. So it's 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. So that's the answer. So number 9. If I just make myself on my note sheet, number 9 is 25. Let's see. Oh boy. What number should go in the bottom shape? Let's see. If I imagine that what I'm doing is just taking the top half of the top one and the bottom half of the bottom one, then that would make a 6 on the left, and on the right it would make a 4. So I think it's 64. I don't know how many of these there are. What number is the symbol to the right? Let's see. This one's supposed to be 51. Yep, makes sense. It's just a 51 covered up in bars. That one would be 80, so it's an 80 covered up in bars. So this one is going to be 74, I think. If I try and imagine what number would look like that. Yeah, I think this is, I think number 11, I think is 74. A strange man walks into a cafe. He wears a black suit. I'm just checking because this is getting close to an hour, so I should probably end this soon, but I'm enjoying this. I don't know how many of these there are. Okay, there are a lot more. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap up this episode for here, but we'll come back and we'll start next episode with puzzle number 12. So here's your puzzle number 12 if you're looking for a intro. I'm very intrigued by where this is going. I have no idea what's happening, of course, as one would expect an hour into one of these games. But we'll be back soon with more Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Let me know if you've played the game, or if you're intrigued to play the game from watching this, or if you're going to run the opposite direction. I'd be intrigued to see. I don't know how long or short this game is going to be. When I first started, I was like, oh, I'm going to be done in no time if I'm 2% open for having typed in, or if I'm 2% done for having typed a name in. But now it looks like it might be a little bit longer. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you all next time on Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Bye for now.